Alright fellas, so now we're here with the 3 out of 5 Irida showcase. I'm not going to format it like my normal showcases, where now I'm trying to do it with their peak potential first, because obviously a unit at 3 out of 5 is essentially already at their peak potential, assuming you have them EX'd and whatnot, which of course I do. So this is technically all going to be their peak potential, or all of Irida's peak potential. It's just I'm doing different grids for the most part in different scenarios, so you see how she works in different, scenarios, right? So let's look at her grid here. I've got 4 different separate grids for her, one of which is just kind of a modified version of this grid, and then there's 2 other ones which can also be technically the same thing, but I just decided to separate them into different things. So, looking at her grid here, the stuff that I've gridded, I've got Brain Power for her Sync Nuke, so combine this with her NA, and it's a decent Sync Nuke, right? Hunter's Instinct, which already with Icy Wind, she debuffs speed, so that's definitely a pretty solid ability to have there, right? It's very, very good for damage. Not the best, because debuffing speed you kind of have to go out of your way to do, but since Irida already does it, it's not too bad. But if you want to do it quickly, then, you're going to have to build around it. Invigorating Hail, of course, which she already had at 1 out of 5, so just a 50% damage multiplier there, very, very good. And then Ice Zone Extension, which I didn't really pick up for the fact that it is extension. I picked it up literally just because if I were to go over here and get Mind Games, I wouldn't have enough energy to pick up the Sync Nuke node. So yeah, that's why I went for this grid here. This is the max damage, I guess, unless you want to consider Mind Games, special defense drops, and whatnot. There's also a lot of other stuff that you could get in here, but we'll go over that with each grid. Here is the second grid, which is literally just an altered version of that one, to where instead of picking up Ice Zone Extension, I actually do pick up Mind Games 9, but I also miss out on the Sync node. So I'll test out that node against the Stadium, but for now we're actually going to go into Irida's own event here, Take on Dawn Part 2, where we'll see what her actual Sync Nuke can do. So we've got Cynthia here for debuffing speed, so we can see what her damage is like, and then we've got Cheryl here just to max out special attack and also apply a little bit of gauge support with, her speed buffs and whatnot. So it shouldn't be too bad at all. This should not be a bad battle. So it should be pretty easy. Let's go ahead and do this, and then use Rock Tomb. Cynthia might take a little bit here from the, sand and sand and ground zone being up, but we'll change it right here, and let's keep buffing our speed. All right, so we're gonna keep trying to debuff the enemy's speed and hope that Hunter's Instinct really can make a difference here. Also, we can definitely heal up Cynthia if we want to with Cheryl. Obviously, this isn't meant to be a tutorial for this stage, but I'm just kind of narrating over it. Oh boy, Cheryl's gonna take quite a bit of damage there, isn't she? Yeah, quite a bit, but still. Icy Wind, 3,000 damage, of course, multi-target, not really the greatest, but we're still not completely done on debuffing their speed. Let's go for Irida's nuke here and see what's, gonna happen. That can definitely hurt. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit, oh well. So, we're really close to having fully debuffed speed on the Torterra there. What is this Sync Nuke doing? Because I don't think I've actually tested out the Sync Nuke against this stage. What is this doing? Max Sync Nuke. 45,000 damage on the first nuke. That's definitely not too bad. Let's go for the Buddy Ice Beam. Let's go for that Buddy Ice Beam. How much is that doing? 13,000 doesn't KO, but still, that's good. For sure, that can definitely be good. I figured that would defeat her. But the good thing about Irida here is that she can actually probably survive this. So, let's see what happens. Earth Power, yeah, she actually not taking too much damage, and then they die from hail damage, of course. And then 6,000 damage Icy Winds. Not too shabby, first sync, That's not too bad. I know the event's built for her and whatnot, but that enemy has a lot of HP and quite a bit of defense, so that damage is actually not too shabby. That can definitely be equated to being similar as, Champion Stadium level and whatnot. So, should I build her for on-type or off-type damage? I think we'll view her what she can do off-type, and then we'll go into a different scenario and use the on-type grid. So let me build some points here, and we'll go into Champion Stadium. Alright, I think we've got a decent setup here. We've got Elisa for debuffing speed, Hao for debuffing speed and raising speed, and then we've got Irida for also debuffing speed. Yeah, that's a lot of speed debuffs. I don't know if I'm actually going to change to this grid yet. I might not even change to this grid at all. I feel like this is one of my grids that I will use personally, like if I want to use her alongside Getsus or something. But I may not showcase it here, but obviously you can see, Mind Games 9, really, really good ability. I'm going to have it on another grid later on, so you can definitely see her utilizing it, but I don't know if I'd be using it in this video or not. So yeah, let me change the targets, obviously. And let's go against Mullane here. Have a little bit of fun. A little bit. I don't know if it'll actually be all that great or not, but hey, we'll try. We'll try to make this work. We'll see. We'll see. Let's go for this, and then I gotta wait for How's move to activate, and there we go. Buddy Electro Web. And of course, we got special moves next, just because every time a field effect is activated, How is going to be giving it to us. So thank you for that, How. Appreciate that. Alright. So we got a lot of speed debuffs going on. Let's go for an Ice Wish. And yeah, that'll give us some special moves next. We may go for, Buddy Ice Beam? Should I go for Buddy Ice Beam and then go for the initial Sync Nuke or not? Yeah, might as well. Alright, so they're fully debuffed on the speed side. Now let's go ahead and go for the Buddy Ice Beam without having any sync buffs, and we'll see what happens here. So this is technically, by all accounts, her max damage, right? You know, we've got all the speed debuffs. This is max damage without having like any support EX or anything, and it's off type, of course. I mean, 9,000, not too shabby. Definitely would be a lot better if she was actually had like a support EX and whatnot. So just wait one turn and that would have done probably double damage, which is definitely really, really good, of course. Let's go for the nuke. Alright, how much is the nuke? Yeah, that's a little bit of damage. 20,000 damage, that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. Especially because her nuke isn't even based off of, her nuke's not even based off of how, like, much the enemy speed is lower. That's only her DPS, because Hunter's Instinct is, you know, purely DPS focused. That's gonna kill. That's not gonna kill. I'll take it. Never mind, I will not take it. Whatever, we were good there. Let's go ahead and go for an Icy Wind Ice Wish now, just because I wanted to go for this. Ah, fuck, I changed it too soon. Oh well, we still got special moves next, so that's that's what I'm focused on. Alright. And he's giving us some more special moves next, which is nice, and then let's go for that, and then a Leech Life, and hope that we can actually take him out here. Yeah, easily. Pretty good, I mean, definitely easy off-type for sure, especially, like, because I did not pair her with any, like, unit that benefits directly off of Ice Zone, right, or Hail. I literally just brought... I love how Elisa survived that, by the way, that's so funny to me. But, like, I didn't bring, like, Getsus, Holiday Leon, not even, like, BP Candace or anything. Okay, fine. If you don't want to go down, now you can go down. Fuck you. But yeah, like I didn't even bring any of those units. I just straight up brought 2 units that help out with Irida's straight up nuke. And well, that was a pretty good and easy clear, I must say. Look how easy that was. 20,000 damage first sync nuke. Not shabby at all. Especially because her special attack wasn't even max in that scenario, was it? I forgot to go for that. But yeah, like, look at her nuke. And if I remember, Hunter's Instinct is just pure damage. Yeah, user's moves, not sync move. Yeah, just brain power. Which she didn't even have her special attack max because I didn't have any allies to buff her special attack. It was just +4 from her trainer move there. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good for sure. Irida's definitely good. The Icy Wind damage being split definitely sucks. But it could be a lot worse, right? Like, honestly, I would prefer they give her Blizzard instead and just made her Hunter's Instinct maybe like something else. Something just as good, maybe like Furious Brain or something, but still, that's pretty good. Or just, you know, Crit Strike 5, I wouldn't be too mad about that. Let's see, let's look at our other grid here that I want to go for. I'm not going to go for this one, I'm going to go ahead and go straight to Utility. This grid is pretty good. You can definitely make a lot of iterations of a Utility grid with her, but I just went for Hail Alert, which extends Hail, Ice Zone extension, which, in the name, extends Ice Zone, Mind Games 9, Invigorating Hail for a multiplier, and then Satisfying Snarl here to debuff enemy special attack, meaning you're debuffing enemy speed, special attack, and special defense if you're using Icy Wind, and you're debuffing their special defense even more with the Buddy Ice Beam, and you're also debuffing special attack with that move as well as extending your Ice and Hail, or Ice Zone Eater Hail, which, of course, this is probably one of the better grids if you're going to be using alongside either, like, a longer event, or if you're going to be using it alongside another, nuker, right, or, like, another ice character that benefits from zone. You can definitely go for Irida as your nuker, but you can also use this type of grid and just help out your ally, right? Like, I think this is perfect for, like, Getsus or someone, right? Which, we're gonna try Getsus out with this type of grid as well, because this grid is really going to be helping him. You can also go for something like, this ability, which I actually don't think I ever use. It's Arctic Arrival, which is really, really good. Turns the field into Ice Zone. Obviously, that's also going to turn it into Hail because of her ability. At least I think so, right? Pretty sure that's how it works. Watch for Ice. Causes Hailstorm when the user turns the field. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that would turn it into Ice Zone, or to Hail as well, which is definitely really, really good. Combine it with these two abilities, and you got yourself something that's cooking up really, really nicely. If you want to definitely replace Satisfied Snarl and go for Arctic Arrival, you definitely can, and then maybe instead of going for these extra nodes up here, you can maybe go for either a Sync node, or this Sync node, or maybe you could try and go for Hunter's Instinct, even though, nah, you couldn't pick up Hunter's Instinct, you couldn't, but still. You could try. You could try making something else. Definitely a lot of things you can do here. And then, yeah. Those are the big things for her utility. The Arctic Arrival, the Ice Zone extension, the Hail extension, and the debuffing areas. You can definitely make a lot of use out of those. For sure, right? For sure. Alright. Let's bring in Getsus here. Only problem I have with Getsus here is that, we're not going to have good gauge, but thankfully Irida also causes us to have... That's not what I wanted to do. We also have move gauge acceleration with Irida, so that's very, very nice there as well. So let's go ahead and bring Special Costume Jasmine as a support. I believe my multipliers are still, or my, I believe the stuff here is fine, the points. My parameters, yeah, those parameters, that's the word I'm thinking of. Yeah, debuffs, that's all I really need, debuffs, and then I already have special damage reduction off, so it's fine. Alright, we're good. Let's go ahead and go for this. Yeah, we'll set up the Hail Zone instantly because I want Getsus to be as powered up as much as I possibly can get him. And I can go for everybody Ice Beam off the rip, which will be nice for just doing extra damage. I could definitely do this off type as well. Like, this is a very, very easy off type to do as well, but I just opted to do it on type instead. So that's just kind of on me. You can choose to do it off type yourself. I actually kind of meant to do it off type. It's just I accidentally went into here and I'm just kind of going to go with it. So, yeah. 10,000 damage, 10,000 free damage, you know, really, really good. And look at all the debuffs. Holy shit, look at the debuffs. Thank you, Getsus. Thank you, Getsus, for that and the nice debuffs. And of course, Irida as well, providing her own debuffs. So look at this. Special defense drop and special attack drops. So we're getting essentially a full nuke in here, which is very, very good. So what's Getsus' nuke going to be doing here? Probably within 40,000 damage, I'd say. That did not crit. Oh god. It didn't crit. Ugh. I almost choked. That kind of made me laugh a bit. Oh gosh. Alright, hold on. Let me make sure that crits. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? And maybe this time I won't actually just fucking choke and die. Okay, so we got speed buffs in there. Or speed debuffs in there, of course. I'll go ahead and use some more speed debuffs just so we can get a better nuke for Getsus and then go for his sync nuke there. Ice Zone should still remain up. We should be fine. Special defense drops. Go ahead and go for that. Go for an Ice Wish there. And what's this nuke going to be doing with the actual crit this time? Please actually crit. Please land. Please actually crit. God damn it. I can tell it's not critting because the crit strike isn't activating on. I know I have crit strike on you too. No, we're checking this. Why ain't you critting? I'm getting unlucky, aren't I? That's why. Come on, Getsus. I know I've got you gridded for the right stuff. Shut up. Lucky skills, crit strike 2. Come on, don't lie to me. And then pecking order and overpower. Alright, let's go again. Getsus is making me clock in overtime here. God damn, hurry up and crit already. Fuck. This is not any fault of my own. It can't be. Like, what the... Maybe I accidentally selected the no crit parameter? I don't know how I would. Please? Thank you! Actually crit at that time. Wow! That many turns of not critting. 32,000 damage on the first sync nuke. Not the greatest number, but it's from fucking Getsus. I mean, who's... I'm kidding, Getsus. Don't murder me. But yeah. And then... Okay, 2 target, 10,000 damage-ish. 12,000, 10,000 damage, whatever you want to consider. Glaceates, that's not too shabby. That's actually not too shabby, yeah. That utility grid definitely helped out Getsus a lot. Like, specifically helped out Getsus a lot, but it can definitely help out other characters as well, especially with the Mind Games 9. Like, if I want to change out Irida's grid for this one and go with Mind Games 9 and then bring literally any special attacking Ice-type unit, so basically, like, not Holiday Leon... or like a lot of Ice type characters really, but still, you know, like if I want to bring Frostlass here, I can, and of course Getsus. Like, if I want to nuke with Irida and, you know, have Getsus or BP Candace here as a, like a side damage dealer, then I can definitely use them alongside this, you know, Mind Games 9 grid and definitely do a lot more damage, right? Like, if I were to go for this altered version of the nuke. But yeah, that's the utility grid. Definitely helps out a lot of characters. Satisfied Snarl, really, really good for any character that has, is it overpowered? Or overpower, I mean? Or is it pecking order? It's one of them, right? Mind Games 9 helps out with all special damage, and then all characters who also benefit from Hunter's Instinct, or just, speed debuffs in general, is obviously going to be benefiting a lot from Irida here, especially in the ice scenario. So, the last little bit I want to actually go over here is the tanking grid. Yeah, this will be fun. This is fun. So let's look at it here. You can definitely grid this a lot of different ways. It just kind of depends on what you want to do. I went for a mixture of tanking and her nuke grid instead of just going for tanking and then like utility, which you can definitely go for tanking and utility. Like if you want to, so going over the stuff here, we got Winter Coat 2, which means she takes 20% less damage whenever the user is hit by any moves in hailstorms, and then Hail Immunity means she cannot be status conditioned in hailstorms. Those are the big things there, but you can also pick up some other things such as Hail Alert and Ice Zone extension in order to, you know, extend these. You can pick up Arctic Arrival in order to just make sure you're in hail as much as you possibly can be to take as little damage as possible. Mind Games 9 if you want to help out allies while being the central tank. And, of course, you can pick up just some other things like Satisfied Snarl as well. Just depends on what you want to do. I think she also has Quick Tempo somewhere in this grid. Yeah, Quick Tempo. If you want to pick that up, you definitely can as well. But, yeah, these are the bare minimum here for the tanking grid. Hail Immunity. Well, Hail Immunity is actually not really required. It's just kind of if you want to prevent status conditions. Winter Coat definitely is what you want in order to, you know, have her actually tank damage. You can definitely pick this up for very cheap and then grid for however you want, whether it be utility, DPS, sync nuke, mixture of all of them, whatever you want to do, right? Or, you know, extending zones and having zone on entry. It just really depends on what you want. So yeah, let's go ahead and let me go ahead and set up a team to where Irida is actually going to be helping out allies with this type of grid here, and, you know, acting as the central tank. Alright, so I've actually made slight changes to my tanking grid because I do want to actually pick up the First Aid 2 here. That 20% HP can definitely make the difference in some scenarios, just depending on, you know, how the battle goes and whatnot. So let's go ahead, hop into the battle here against Olivia. We've got How here for speed debuffs for Irida's nuke. We've got Candace here to benefit directly off of the ice zone and do some solid AoE damage. Let's go ahead and see what we do here. Shouldn't be too bad. It should really not be. Just gotta kind of, I guess we'll go for the Icy one first, and then obviously Electro Web here. Buddy Electro Web, to be specific. Okay, gonna have to just keep using Dire Hit Plus there with Candace, because obviously she's got to max her own stats either way. I tried this once before, but Olivia kept destroying me with Stone Edges. So, I mean, Irida took them well, too. She took 2 Stone Edges before having to take a Stomping Tantrum and a Bite to finally take her down. But obviously, it's still 2 Stone Edges, which it really did a lot of damage to her. So, yeah. But still, as you can see, she's not... Okay. Thanks for the flinch, man. There's the Stone Edge. That's what I was waiting for. So, I actually had to pick up First Aid 2 in order to actually... I would have survived the Bite had I had First Aid 2 gridded, but, well, can't do much about it. Let's go ahead and use this, the Blizzard, and then we'll go ahead and set up Fairy Wish there. Alright, so now let's see what we can do here. There we go, that didn't crit. Let's actually get this to crit, please, Jesus. Alright, so let's go ahead and go for, yeah, I guess the nuke, then the Fairy Wish, and then we'll go ahead and go for Candace's trainer move again. We're actually not getting Stone Edge this time, which is surprising. But hey, I'm not going to complain. Please, just crit already. I don't want to have to redo these. Okay, 16,000 damage crit. See, not too shabby. So now let's actually go for Hops, or How. Not Hop, How. Let's go for How's maximum power here, and then go for Ice Wish, and we can actually start hitting him with Blizzards from Candace, which is nice, right? Alright. Actually lowered our sync move damage, which is nice. Not sync move damage, sync acceleration. And there we go. Okay, this Blizzard's actually hitting pretty decent damage. We got +5 special moves next here, just from the amount of times we've changed the, like, terrain, right, and whatnot. Alright. So, let's see what that's doing. Buddy Ice Beam +5 special moves next. I mean, yeah. You would expect some pretty solid damage like that, right? And then the Blizzard, of course. Overall solid damage. I'm going to go ahead and reset up Hail, I guess. And then go for the Buddy Electro Web. Oh, wow, they went out. That's not good. That's not good. Uh-oh. I didn't account for that, I guess. 8,000 damage. Yeah, I mean, you're missing half your fucking multipliers. No shit. Hey, we got the Hail set back up, though, so at least now Irida can actually probably tank. I'm not going to say she can tank this Sync Nuke or Sync move, but she can probably not die, I'd hope. She's weak to Steel. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, fuck me. Oh, yeah, no shit. She has attack buffs. Okay. I did not account for the Hail going out. I did not account for that. I'll redo that, I guess. Okay, there we go. So I've actually gotten ourselves into a bit of a better scenario here. Go ahead and go for this. That Stone Edge, definitely. Of course, it hurts. It's gonna hurt. It's a fucking Stone Edge. What do you expect, right? But hey, there we go. We got all the stuff set back up. And how's terrain went out, but that's fine. Go ahead and go for our Blizzard here. And there we go. Now we can go for the Sync Nuke. And yeah, if assuming it crits, which, my god, with my luck, it probably won't. Let's see what happens. Should be able to take him out very, very easily. Assuming it crits, it should take him out just fine. Yeah, of course, 29,000 damage. I mean, 30,000 damage, essentially, from the second Sync Nuke, right? With not even full multipliers. That's not too bad. That's not too bad, yeah. Irida's pretty good, especially she can definitely work as a tank, as long as you're, like, you know, willing to make it work. There we go, we easily took him out. You can definitely make Irida work as a tank for sure. That specific setup, it's just, oh my gosh. Of course, the problems with Irida there was no fault of her own. That was just purely my incompetency to, you know, read the situation a little bit better. But still, Irida's really can be solid as a tank, especially in like a Legendary Gauntlet scenario. Give her First Aid 2 here, and then of course have her gradual healing here from her trainer move, and you can definitely make a lot of use of her tanking abilities, and it can save you a valuable support unit, you know, in the Legendary Gauntlet and whatnot. Definitely a very, very free clear. Very, very good unit overall. Got a lot to make, got a lot that can make her useful. You know, she's got a good Sync Nuke. She can do solid enough damage with her multipliers and whatnot. She's got the tanking ability. She's got a lot of utility with Mind Games 9, Satisfied Snarl, extension of Ice Zone, and Hail. She's got a lot she can do. She's got a lot of value. Very, very solid unit at 3 out of 5. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the showcase. I hope you all enjoy Irida if you're using her. If you're not going to be using her or summoning for her at all, then good luck to you in your future summons, you know. Good luck in your, I guess, future Ice Zone user or whatever, depending on what you want to get. But yeah, those of you who have Irida, you can definitely probably tell how good she is. And if you can't, well, I hope this video helped you figure out a lot more of Irida's uses and a lot of the things she can do a lot better than a lot of other characters, right? So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think about Irida, especially at 3 out of 5. Yeah, and I'll see you all later.